Hanging on a wire. You really can't get around it any longer. No matter how you try to extricate yourself from what has presented an inevitable conclusion, you have little choice now but to face it. In fact, all the contortions you've tried have only had the effect of placing you more squarely in front of the thing. What is the thing? Only a truth, one which has eluded your comprehension to the full extent of its implications. Having had the freedom to go blithely along your merry way, taking what you've spied as choice morsels from the scattered feast of information before you, you could create a neat selection that suited your taste. Now that your soul has made a bold move to somewhat limit these choices, you're forced to use more discernment. What you see in front of you now is for you to make heads or tails from. However, one thing is going to be very clear. You're exactly where you need to be, and looking at the very set of circumstances that will lead you to your next phase of self-discovery. The first step in a necessary initiation has forced your perspective to take a radical turn. In order to see clearly through the confusing plethora of information points, a total shift is needed. It's what you've needed, so it's what you've got. Whether or not you thought you needed this sudden shift in how you habitually see things is beside the point. What matters now is that you take advantage of this information that's been given to you and let it really soak in. Hence the pause. Thus the sense of being suspended in time. Things will happen again, but for now you might as well be in stasis. Even as you observe from your perch, though not a lot seems to be going on, rest assured it is. Hang around a while and you'll see things begin to make more sense. Allow your vision to adjust, and your mind. Stop trying to make things happen. Watch, and you'll see that things are happening. You might have stopped, but the world has been busy, prepping for the next phase of life on Earth. You have a part to play in the drama as it unfolds. As if on cue, you'll enter the picture, but not until you've been fully primed by the internal adjustments now underway. You really have little choice but to surrender at this point. What comes next? You have had plenty of input, but even that can't create a coherent picture for you to really understand what's in front of you. Thus the shake-up. Trust what has happened, and what is happening is exactly what was needed, and you'll find the waiting to be less stressful. The only way for you to allow is to enter into the enforced limitation that you found yourself quite bound by. Such a strange encounter with a sense of timelessness has hidden benefits you might not have anticipated. Clarity of mind, emptying of the mental nonsense, and relinquishment of habits and addictions you didn't even know were tripping you up. Use the current situation to your full advantage, making sure you don't fall into a trap of total surrender to the point that you lose your grounding. The ground is still there beneath you. However, allowing it to take on another aspect will give you a new appreciation of your place upon it. With that will come more empowerment when at last you resettle yourself amid a changed landscape. Things might be moving and shaking without you, but you're only temporarily out of the way, while everything takes its rightful place for the needs of the future. What's left is what has bound you already. When you untie the last knot that's held you in place, you'll be as a new being in a new world. Thank you for listening. If you like this channel, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with all the new videos that come out. I thank you all for your kind support, and if you are interested in helping this channel along, please visit ko-fi.com/divine9 where you can buy a coffee or subscribe for monthly support. Everything's greatly appreciated and helps extend the mission of the League of Light. Please visit me at ninespath.com and explore all of the books and videos and writings and drawings that the League of Light has transmitted through me, and be ready to change your world. Until next time, have a great week.